Hello and welcome to another one of our leadership training videos. In these leadership training videos, what I do is I take you over a few minutes through some thoughts and ideas that I think will be invaluable to you in your journey through the leadership process, so you can improve your leadership skills, become a more effective leader, have more insights into leadership, have traits which are maybe different from what you imagined before, but just to help you on your journey wherever you might be, whether you're following and expect to be a leader in the future, or you're already leading. Hopefully these will give you some further insights into the process. My name is Chris Igwe. I have over 35 years experience leading, training and developing teams, which I've done through Europe, Middle East and Africa, but primarily in 5 major European markets. Please feel free to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel so you know when other videos are becoming available. Now, I guess before I start this one, I would say I have been an athlete, or was an athlete, at the very highest levels for a very long time. And I used that philosophy, that approach, that idea. So when the peak of my career had come and gone, I was able to use it as parts of the insight into my own leadership and my leadership journey. So I want to leave you with some thoughts around this particular topic, which is to say, as leaders, we must perform like Olympic athletes. Perform like an Olympic athlete. Now, always, because you don't stop and start. As I've said in previous videos, leadership is not something you switch on and you switch off. You're either a leader or you're not a leader. You're either leading or you're not leading. You can't say, I'm sorry, but today's a rough day. I just don't feel it. I can't be a leader. I don't want to lead the team. I don't want to lead myself. I don't want to lead others. I'm just going to lie in bed and chill for the day, or sit in the office and just work on emails or something like that. No, you have to be at the top level of performance all the time. Now, of course, there are those of you who are going to say, well, I hate sports. I have no interest in sports. I'm not an Olympic athlete. I have no desire to be an Olympic athlete. That's okay. Stay with me in terms of the principle and the concept of it. So, performing at an Olympic level inevitably means being at the top of your game all the time. Now, back in my day, I was a sprinter. I did the 100 meters sprint. I was a 11.5, 11.7 second runner. And back in those days, the world record was around 10 seconds or just under. So I hovered between 11.7 towards 12, which was pretty good. I was also a high jumper. 2 meters was my best height back in the day. So yes, I wanted to be an Olympic athlete, but there are many different things that didn't allow me to get there. But they allowed me to consider these points, which I want to leave you with and share with you just now. These are questions that I would encourage you strongly to ask yourself. Yes, you don't want to do sports. Yes, you're not interested, or no, you'll never be at an Olympic level, but you have to have performance levels that allow you to be the very best. So one of the questions would be, what example do I set? What example am I setting for my team? Where have I put the bar? What is it that I'm doing which maybe I'm doing just enough? Because I don't want to push myself too hard. I don't want to get my head above the parapet because I might get shot at. Or I don't want to be doing too much because it's hard work. Because leadership is hard work, let's be clear. Leadership, you will always get challenged, shot at, whatever it may happen to be. Pushing yourself. Am I pushing myself enough? Doing just enough is fine, but am I pushing myself to perform even better? To be better today than I was yesterday, and to be better tomorrow than I am today? Have I improved? It's not for your boss to say to you, yes, you've improved. So you come to your annual review. Chris, great job. You went from A to A plus, or 1 to 3 or 2, or whatever it happens to be. Have you improved? Have you benchmarked yourself, let alone somebody else doing it for you? And then a key question is, of course, actually, to do all this and this hard work, do I really care? Do I care about that promotion? Do I care about that region that's going to get bigger that I have to look after? Do I care about being the CEO, or do I care about being, as CEO, running my own business and making it even bigger and broader? Whether you're corporate or whether you're entrepreneur, these are the key questions that you have to ask yourself, because there's a reason behind it. And I would say in order to achieve all that, there are 3 elements that have to be in perfect harmony: body, mind, and soul. So whether you're an Olympic athlete or not, as a leader, you need to have your body, your mind, and your soul in perfect harmony, in perfect balance, if you like. So it means that you've got to stay fit in a certain way, even if it's not your body, but in terms of doing sports and so on, although that would be a good thing. Maybe you just walk, maybe you run, maybe you cycle. This is not about top competitive sports. That's not what I'm talking about. But the body needs to be in shape. It needs to be functioning at its optimum, if not its best. Your mind, what are you distracted by? What's affecting you? Are you at peace with the team that you're running and leading the company? Are you at peace at home? Are you at peace with the world around you, the things that you can influence? The mindset that you need to have to lead, is it there? Because all these things matter. And then your soul, whatever you want to describe your soul as. For me, my soul is my inner energy, my inner space. It's where I motivate myself, but it's also where I look to a higher power, a higher authority, because I need that energy externally to motivate me. It could be my place that is a safe place to go to, where I read, where I discover, where I learn, where I meditate, where I pray. That's your soul. So body, mind, and soul have to be in perfect harmony, because that, in any case, is what athletes, let alone Olympic athletes, need to do. And the reason I put that up there is because these are the kind of things that are going to challenge you. So here's the flip side. When you've got all that in place, fantastic. It's going to protect you in times when you are injured, because you will get injured. I was prone to injury, whether it's in my rugby playing days or when I was running as a sprinter. Hamstring injuries, ankles, tibia, whatever. There are just parts of your body that you suffer. The body suffers by pushing yourself to that top level. You may have a poor performance sequence. So a few runs, didn't quite hit that sub 12-second race in terms of the 100 meters I was doing. Or in football, we lost too many games. We struggled in our championship. Could be personal illness. Maybe it could be a cold, it could be flu, it could be something even more dramatic, but you've still got to come back from that. How do you do it? And then, of course, when you are a more global or bigger figure, there's criticism. Criticism because of poor performance. Criticism because you're always being injured. Criticism perhaps because of your image you've created. The media and the press are absolutely relentless in pushing back on you. So how do you handle that? And in the case of women, of course, it could be childbirth. They've had children or a child, and they've got to come back to that peak performance level where they need to be. So by having body, mind, and soul balanced as a leader, you're able to ring fence many of these things that are going to impact you significantly. And the reason is, at the end of the day, you have an ultimate goal, or it could be a vision, where you want to go from wherever you started or wherever you are now. You want to be somewhere else. And there are 2 aspects, maybe 2 sides of the same coin. You've got success on the one hand, and you have failure, which I don't call failure, I call learnings or experiences. Because failure is negative. I don't live in a negative world, I live in a world where I make things positive. I recognize, accept, and embrace. Then I say, how can I move forward? So if that is my ultimate goal, and success is one side, remember, success mustn't go to your head. You are successful, I'm successful, but let's control and manage that, because we're not yet at the ultimate goal or vision that we want to have. So what you do is then you continue to train. You train yourself harder, you train your body, you train your mind, you train your soul, continually and permanently, whatever happens, because you want to continue to raise the bar on your own performance, wherever it happens to be. Because if you're 20s, 30s, 40s, you want to be senior VP, you want to be a CEO, you want to run your own company, develop your own business, whatever it happens to be, you're not yet at that particular point and won't be presumably for many years, if not decades. So to do that, you have to raise the bar on yourself to be successful. And also the reason why I say train harder is because an American pro footballer by the name of Emmitt Smith said a long time ago, all men are created equal. Some just work harder in the pre-season, which has been one of my favorite quotes for a long time, which is again, this idea that yes, I was a top-class athlete, but I want to be a top-class leader as well. And if I can take that same mindset and say, yeah, there are those who won't work as hard as I am or I do because they don't necessarily feel the urge, the energy, the drive and the enthusiasm, but I don't benchmark myself against those people. I benchmark myself against me. And I want to train harder in the pre-season when nobody else is looking, out in the cold, nobody cares except me. So I invite you to consider some of these aspects. Consider how you include them in your own journey, because that is the key. It's your own journey. It's not mine, it's not anybody else's. But you want to have that balance of body, mind, and soul, looking to raise the bar all the time to be a world-class athlete, a world-class performer, if you like, in your own field, whatever that happens to be. And world-class doesn't have to be the entire world. It could be your field, it could be your company. So again, let's not exaggerate. But I just want to give you some thoughts and ideas that say, take yourself out of where you are, look way beyond that, because that is how you will grow. I hope this has left you with some thoughts and ideas. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you know when other videos are becoming available. And until the next time, thank you.